Hello everyone, welcome to Nesso Academy. I am Shiv Sablok and I will be your instructor for the brand new course on machine learning. This subject will be the part of semester series and this is the very first lecture of our course. That is Introduction to Machine Learning. So let's see all the topics of this lecture. Our first topic is what is machine learning, in which I will explain you the definition of machine learning with a wonderful example. Next, we will see the syllabus of this course, in which I will give you all the chapters that we will study during this course. At last, we will see the target audience. Target audience are the people who will get benefit from this course. So under this section, we will see the target audience and I will also tell you the major highlights of the course. So without any further delay, let's start with our very first topic. What is machine learning? In 1959, Sir Arthur Lee Samuel coined the term machine learning for the very first time. He was a computer scientist and pioneer in the field of artificial intelligence and computer gaming. According to his definition of machine learning, it is the field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. It means that machine learning is the field of study in which we do not need to explicitly program computers for each and every task. With time and experience, computers develop the ability to learn on their own. So this was the definition given by Sir Arthur Lee Samuel. So obviously these are the words of a great computer scientist. So these are not very easy to comprehend for you. So don't worry, I will give you the most simple and intuitive definition of machine learning. Let's read the definition together. Machine learning is a way to teach computers to learn from examples or data and make decisions or predictions without being directly programmed for every task. Now we are going to understand this definition step by step. Focus on the first line. Machine learning is a way to teach computers to learn from examples or data. Now suppose you are not able to understand a particular concept. Then your teachers try to make you understand that concept by giving you lots of examples. And then you are able to understand that concept. Similarly, in machine learning also, we give computers lots of examples. And those examples are collectively called as data. So basically, we give computers lots of data. And computers learn from that data. After learning from that data, computers are able to make decisions or predictions about that data. What does that mean? Let me explain you with a very simple example. Suppose I have one fruit and I am telling you that this fruit is called as apple. I have one more fruit and I am telling you that this fruit is called as mango. This is an apple, this is a mango. This is an apple, this is a mango. So basically, I'm trying to make you learn so that you can identify that this is called as apple and this is called as mango. Now, I hope you have learned to identify these two fruits. Now, after some time, if I ask you, what is this fruit called? Then you can immediately identify that this is called as mango. Why? Because I have trained you on two categories of fruits. And now you are able to identify the patterns and features of this fruit so that you can guess and predict that this is called as mango. Similarly, in case of machine learning also, when computers learn from the given data, then computers are able to make decisions and predictions about that data. And that all happens without being directly programmed for every task. It means that we do not need to program computers for each and every task. We do not need to write rules for computers. Computers simply learn from the data and then they are able to make predictions or decisions about that data. Like when I was training you, I didn't tell you that if the fruit is of red color, it is an apple, and if the fruit is of yellow color, it is a mango. But when I showed you one of the fruits, you were immediately able to identify that this is a mango. Why? Because while training, you were learning the features of the fruits. That is why you were able to identify this fruit as mango based on its features. Similarly, computers also identify and make predictions about the data based on the features. So this is the definition of machine learning. Let's read it one more time. Machine learning is a way to teach computers to learn from examples or data and make decisions or predictions without being directly programmed for every task. We are not writing any fixed program. We are not writing any fixed set of rules. We are just giving computers lots of data, and on the basis of the features of that data, computer is able to make predictions and decisions. This is machine learning. Now let me give you a wonderful example of machine learning. But before that, you have to tell me, according to this definition, what is the first step in the process of machine learning? We want to give lots of data to computer. That is why the first step is to collect the data. So here, I have examples, or you can say data. These are the images of dogs, and these are the images of cats. And if you observe carefully, on each of the image, we also have the label. That is, in all of these images of dogs, it is written dog below each of the image. And similarly, in all of these images of cats, below each image, it is written cat. Because during the training phase of the computer, it is required that along with the images, we also give the labels to the computers so that computers can learn from that particular data. Like while I was training you to identify the two fruits, I also told you the names of the fruits so that you can learn them. Similarly, while training the computer also, we have to give the labels along with the images. Now the next step is to feed this data to computer. So we will give this data to the computer and you can see computer is learning this data. So when computer finished learning this data, it is called as the trained machine. Because now this computer is trained on this particular data. Now we can expect computer to identify dogs and cats correctly. So this is the training phase of the computer. Now we are done with the training of the computer, so we can test this computer. So this is the trained machine or the trained computer that has been trained on multiple images of dogs and cats. So now let us test this trained machine for an image. Here I have an image of cat, and for your information, this image was not included in the training data set. Now, if I give this image of cat to this trained machine, will it be able to identify this image as a cat? Let's check. Yes, the computer is able to identify this image as a cat. But why? Because our computer is trained on the multiple images of cats, and that is why computer has learned all the features of cats. And because of this, it is able to identify even an unseen image of the cat. So this was the testing phase of our machine. And in machine learning, it is generally a practice that training data set is different from the testing data set so that we can evaluate the performance of our machine in a better way. Now, while training this machine, did I give this machine any fixed set of rules? Like, if the ears are pointed, it is a cat. If the body is large, it is a dog. No, I didn't give any fixed set of rules to this machine. I have just given lots of data to this machine and this machine has learned the features from that data, and then it is able to identify this image as a cat. So we can say, instead of writing fixed rules, we give the computer lots of data and it figures out the patterns by itself. What are the fixed rules? Like if ears are pointed, it is a cat. If tail is long, it is a cat. If body is large, it is a dog. If tail is short, it is a dog. These are the fixed rules. And in machine learning, we don't give machine these fixed rules. We give the computer lots of data and it figures out itself the patterns from the data so that it is able to make predictions and decisions about that data. So I hope a basic introduction and overview of machine learning is now clear to you. So in this way, we are done with our very first topic, that is, what is machine learning? Now let's proceed towards the syllabus of this course. I have divided this course into 11 chapters. The first chapter is Fundamentals of Machine Learning. In this chapter, we will understand what is machine learning, types of machine learning process, basic terminologies of machine learning, and many more. The second chapter is regression, the very first type of supervised learning algorithm. In this chapter, our major focus will be on linear regression algorithm. The third chapter is classification, the second type of supervised learning algorithm. In this chapter, our major focus will be on logistic regression. The fourth chapter is decision tree learning. In this chapter, we will understand one of the most intuitive machine learning models, decision tree models. We will understand the topics like ID3 algorithm, Gini index, entropy, information gain, and many more. Our fifth chapter is support vector machines, one of the most powerful machine learning algorithms. In this chapter, we will understand support vectors, hyperplanes, margins, and kernel functions. Our sixth chapter is instance-based learning. In this chapter, we will understand an important algorithm of machine learning, that is k-nearest neighbors, also called as KNN. We will also understand the topics like case-based learning and many more. Seventh chapter is Bayesian learning. Bayesian learning is the machine learning including probability. So in this chapter, we will understand conditional probability, Bayes theorem, and naive Bayes classifier. Eighth chapter is artificial neural networks, one of the foundational topics of deep learning. In this chapter, we will understand perceptrons, feed-forward neural network, backpropagation, and many more. Ninth chapter is unsupervised learning. In this chapter, we will understand what is unsupervised learning, and we will understand the clustering algorithms like k-means clustering. The 10th chapter is reinforcement learning and genetic algorithm. In this chapter, we will understand the third type of machine learning after supervised and unsupervised machine learning, that is reinforcement learning. In this chapter, we will understand about environment, agents, rewards, penalties, etc. And in genetic algorithm, we will understand population, chromosome, mutation, and fitness function. Our 11th and the last chapter is Introduction to Deep Learning. In this chapter, we will conclude machine learning and I will introduce deep learning. In this chapter, we will understand the deep learning architectures like convolutional neural network. So these are all the 11 chapters that we will study during this course. So in this way, we have seen the syllabus of this course. Now let's proceed towards the target audience. The first category of audience is computer science students. So the computer science students pursuing BTech, BE, BSc, BCA, etc. will be benefited from this course. The second category of audience is students preparing for university examinations. So the students who are preparing for their university examinations and have machine learning as one of their subjects, they will get benefit from this course. The third category of audience is beginners learning machine learning. So the beginners who want to start their machine learning journey, this course will be equally beneficial for them. Now let's see the major highlights of this course. The first highlight is topic-wise lectures. This course is divided into topic-wise lectures so that you will be able to understand each topic in the most structured way possible. The second highlight is simple explanations. I will give my best to keep the explanations as simple as possible. The third highlight is exam-focused approach. Since this course is the part of semester series, I will give my best to teach every concept in an exam-oriented approach. The next highlight is examples and implementations. All the machine learning algorithms will be explained to you using lots of examples and practical implementations wherever required. The last highlight is quizzes and notes. So you can access chapter-wise quizzes and notes from our website www.nesoacademy.org and even from our mobile application. So in this way, we are done with target audience as well. So this was all from my side for this lecture. I hope you all are excited to start your machine learning journey with me. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next lecture.